Welcome back, everybody. It has been a season in between the last season. We are here for Buff Brain Sportscast Season 2.
Yes! Woo! We are back! We are back, ready to conquer this season.
Yeah, we are.
We are back.
I didn't go and look what my official record was from last year, but the betting record was something like 50-8 or 9. And hey, that was not counting preseason, which would have put it up to like 58 and like 10, something around there. So I fucking crushed it last year. If you're new to this cast, this is also home of Big Brain University. We do many things here. This is technically it's our third season doing some sports coverage, but the first season we actually did a whole season of podcasts that were not necessarily focused on sports. And then we decided to do a sports cast and focus on sports because Kev, one, called the sleeper for the fucking Super Bowl, and he went like 9-1 on Monday Night Picks. So we were like, well, we should just start up a sports cast, give picks out a day prior, and then, so we did that. He still did pretty well last night on giving out official picks on Discord. So if anybody's interested in some high-level official picks for free, one a week, then stop on in. So in addition to that, I didn't bet any money because I'm not confident enough to bet my money, but I am confident enough to bet other people's money. So given that said, every game that we covered, I put in a trifecta bet. I did the over, under, the spread, and what else was there? What's the other one?
The game.
Kev? Oh, yeah. And I ended up fucking like 60-10. So
It's like 80,
if anybody's
80%.
got a better record out there than that, and it's all documented, we're not even making this up.
Nope.
We called every game, not necessarily play by play how it was going to happen, but it was like, okay, here's what's going on. Here's the numbers involved. Here's about what we're going to see happen. We did some fun things like bet on when the first flag is going to be in the game.
Yes.
So we're not a typical sports cast. We definitely unconventional, and we definitely come at sports from an angle where this stuff is all rigged, and we're going to
expose,
can we necessarily prove some of the things we say, like remote ball control technology occurring? I know some people will be like, what? It's just good old-fashioned American muscle against American muscle. And it's all fucking rigged, you dummies. It's all rigged. Look at all the numbers involved. Every single game now, it's like you go on ESPN or you go on any site that's talking about it, they are pushing the betting numbers on you. And anybody who's been paying attention to the betting numbers, as long as Kevin has, and with the background that Kev has, which I won't get into our backgrounds right now, I'll end up posting that on the website so people can take a look at that. I'm not going to say it every fucking time for new people just to be like, you should listen to us because of this. Well, fuck you. If you can't figure out that you need to listen to us, then just move on with your stupid life.
Yes.
So
move on with your boring life.
Yeah, keep snoozing, hit the snooze alarm.
Moving on.
No waking up to do here. No truth at all.
And everybody knows that the flags, the crooked zebras, these corporations, they all have a system set up where they're going to figure out who's the best to be in the situation for the playoffs, the Super Bowl. There's so many factors that go into it. The people don't see it until it's too late. I will say that these point spreads and the sports betting is becoming such a household item. Everybody is in some form gambling now. Used to be taboo. 25 years ago, they'd lock you up in prison for gambling unless you was in the state of Nevada.
Yeah, you certainly.
Now it's everywhere. Mm-hmm. And people are doing pools at work. They're doing brackets for madness. It's time. Just advertised. Everybody's gambling. Used to
big time fantasy sports. You all know them. People went from not playing video games because they were labeled as nerds to now everybody does, and they play the stupidest, most retarded games too. That's another phenomena that we won't get into right now. But All topics in this podcast, if you're new here, all topics are on the table at all times because there are so many occultic things going on in what we're seeing through the commercials, the sports, the names, Kev said, the corporations, the symbols, the colors they use, gematria, if anybody out there
names,
knows that.
All the locations.
All sorts of shit. Like
Taylor Swift at halftime this year. Vegas, Las Vegas ready. Yes. Yeah, and the sports, everybody thinks they have some sort of, well, they're my team, our team lost. No, it ain't your team. It ain't your fantasy player. You don't own anything. And the only owner in football would be the Green Bay Packers shareholders. That's the only people have a say in, like, that's my team.
We're going to talk about that a lot this season, I think, because that's been on my mind, and I find it really interesting that there's only one team in the league that...
It's half the size of this city. It's like 160,000 and it doesn't grow. It's a stagnant, and the season ticket holders, for 50 years, the grandchildren, great-grandchildren are already getting them. Like, you can't just say, I'm going to want season tickets to the Packers. You've got to know somebody or know somebody who knows somebody or be in something. Yeah. Maybe be a sponsor for Budweiser and you could get, like, tickets or something. But,
yeah.
And even, you're right. That is, because they can't legally move the Green Bay Packers to wherever. They can legally move the Raiders to Vegas. They can move the Rams to L.A., from San Diego Chargers to the LA Chargers. There's even talk of they're moving the athletics to Las Vegas. They're putting all these sports in Vegas now.
Really?
It used to be taboo. They never used to allow sports. Back 20 years ago, they allowed like the NBA All-Star game in Vegas, but they had like now that they were worried about the gambling, all the sports rigging. They don't need to rig it now because everybody's getting paid. They're already getting the scripts. They already got these scripts. Already know. Okay,
everybody's getting paid down to the
this player's supposed to go out with a hamstring injury. Like they got the script. And
Damar Hamlin's supposed to collapse on the field after getting hit.
And
like we called it all last year. It was incredible.
Yes.
It was incredible. It really was.
And NFL is so exciting sport that everybody it's going to be watching Monday Night Football game, the Bills and the Jets. 9/11, it's like what a setup they put that together.
I almost feel
9/11 happened. I would have never been in the game.
I almost feel a little bit of a pressure this year to go like 90% on picks again. The first year, I mean, we just called it so good.
Yeah.
And last year's season, I was still drinking alcohol. This year, I probably won't be drinking any alcohol at any point. So, you know.
Yep. Don't want to be getting in trouble up there because it's so acceptable to go get loaded and drive, but God forbid you get pulled over. It's like, oh God.
Fuck. That was the worst thing about it, dude, was driving home. Because it was like, after, I mean, we would, over 5 hours, because, you know, I would get here and then 3 hours for the game, 3.5 hours, plus the time for the audio files to save and all that stuff. It ended up being about 5 hours, but, I mean, you can have a few drinks in 5 hours, and it's like, you don't know what your limit is unless you're blowing in a stupid detector all the time, and it's just like, I don't want to be driving home at 10:30 at night or 11 at night or whatever it is, 9:30, anytime after dark and run the risk of the cops having a checkpoint set up where it's just like you don't have any choice but to pull over.
Entrapment.
You could be driving like you're sober as a bird, but which most people just drive like shit anyway, sober as a bird. So
the season's back. I will say with what we were talking about, how you hit all those picks. A lot of that was on your own. Like you thought about, okay, well, this makes sense. And then you would pick the game. And I'm like, yep, that's right. I, on the other hand, dissect it like a brain surgeon would do medicine. I've been studying this stuff for 20 plus years. And I have a background in biostatistics and algorithms. And that's what I use in sports. It's no different than, monitoring the market or trends, and I just use analysis, and that's how I formulate my picks, and that's what I did. And last year, like I said, I hit 9-1 on Monday night, and then the year before, or that was the year before. And the last year I was like 12-4, I think it was. So I hit up with
It was
something,
still did pretty darn well.
72%.
There were a lot of your games that you picked were like, they were just such ballsy picks. And
because I went against most of what the public does. The
Yeah.
public sucks. Y'all don't know how to gamble. You're just fucking throwing it away for entertainment. And hopefully you hit. You win 2 out of 4 games, good luck. But that's just a thrill.
yeah,
Most of the gamblers, the degenerates,
They
they
win
go off
about-
of their heart. They go off of what the broadcasters
Right.
say. Broadcasters are all in on it. ESPN just bought up a gambling. You can go on ESPN Bet. ESPN is gambling or advertising gambling. Gambling is for entertainment. For the people that don't study it, people that just look at it as, okay, well, they lost 4 in a row. They gotta win 1. No, they don't. Team can go 0-16. I've seen it. There's no trends like that. I use analysis as far as like, it can go as deep as the weather.
right.
But I start as a platform. I use analysis, and I set my odds, and I look at, okay, the odds makers are out by 3 points, so I'm going to use that to my advantage. And it turns out, okay, the public was all on the Chiefs. I went with the Lions, and bam, here we are. Like, the Lions won. Like, that's how I use it. I go against the public, because you think sports, these networks are paying all these billions of dollars on people winning in sports? You really think that? It's like casinos. You go in any casino, look at the sports book. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It doesn't make a lot for the casino, but it sure shit makes enough.
That's right.
And that's where I come into play, where I will put out a pick on a Saturday, 5:30 Central Standard, and I'll put my pick, and then I will do the analysis when we televise. It's usually Sunday games, so then
Yep.
people will take advantage of the Sunday game. I don't like to typically do Monday night games just because that's just it's so tough.
What song is this on the bottom middle?
I see here.
It's called Josie? Is that the name of this one? I mean, I know the song like from hearing it, but I can't remember. No, I don't think it's Josie. Oh my God, which one? I'm drawing a blank, some old school Blink here. One of the reasons, not to segue, but one of the reasons everything is gonna be fine on everything, okay. One of the reasons I did so well last year was because I had Kev here to bounce everything, all my intuition off, everything that I was feeling. I was like, okay, where are you at? And then I could go from there. So it was like, okay, if you have someone like Kev that's as deep as he is into this and is good at it, and it makes sense, fucking go with it.
Yeah.
Like
I call myself a professional sports analysis gambler. I am a gambler. I use it more as if I'm 80% correct, that's a fucking phenomenal rate. But I'm happy. Anything over 53% is considered good. 53% is your break-even point.
Well, then you break even.
Break
I mean,
even.
that's pretty darn
Most
good.
people don't even make it to
For
40%. They just don't.
Something that's relatively
They just
unpredictable.
Yep.
But I guess we're here to kind of argue that point at the same time. Like, this is all unpredictable because a lot of it is so predictable. Like, where those numbers are actually going to fall, that part's kind of tough to predict. Hitting it right on.
These point spreads and these
tough.
over-unders are set at a number that is very close.
Mm-hmm.
It's very close. Not all the games, but
And I
the
think that
majority.
they have audibles too. Like, they're willing to take some L's here and there because they have it so close that each game they can shift just a little bit if they need to.
Yep.
And the way that they have this too, and the reason that I won't spend any money on it is because I know I've not to get into my history, but just briefly, I'm like a catalyst. Like, the things that I put out into the atmosphere, I see the response occur. And I know that people will be like, what the fuck does that mean? Well, it's just, if I was to do something as put out an official pick the night before, it's like they're just aware of it. However all this shit is working, it's like they become aware of what I've done and the truth that I might be exposing, so they shift just a little bit. Like, for people that have been here since the beginning, like Trevor, he'll understand when I'll say something like, when I released my book, I was going on my book tour and finishing that, all the production on it. What fucking happened right when I was like, I'm going to travel and spread the truth that I now have produced in an audiobook format and a readable format for people to absorb. What happened? The entire fucking world locked down. It all locked down. Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So it was like all of this, and I'm not even just picking out that one synchronistic timing of my life. Like, all of the synchronicity leading up to that point, it was like, gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. It's almost hilarious, the timing of that. So,
You know, these team names, the football, these team names is a whole nother level. Like, you think about the team names. Do you think a Jaguar would defeat a Giant?
no.
Like, that's how, or would a Jaguar defeat a horse like the Colt? No, Jaguar are going to fucking eat them up.
And what's a Buffalo Bill?
Yeah, what is a Buffalo Bill? Do you know all the bird mascots? Do you know all the bird team names?
I was thinking though, I was thinking Hawks, but that's a basketball team. There's the Eagles.
Yeah.
There are the Falcons.
Yep.
There are the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
The Seahawks.
Yep.
All right, I'm probably forgetting like 2 or 3 more.
Just one.
Maybe. Just one more. Hold on a sec. I might fucking
So
come.
you
It
got
might
Eagles,
come to me.
Cardinals, Ravens.
Ravens.
Oh, Falcons
Thank you.
was the other one. You said Falcons, right?
I did say Falcons.
I
I would have came up with Ravens. I probably would have got that. Oh, that's hilarious.
What about the team states? There's
States.
1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5, 6, 6.
Oh, so like teams is with a state name,
Yeah.
like Washington Redskins
That would be
and
that's
Washington
Washington,
Seahawks,
the
Minnesota Vikings,
Minnesota Vikings.
Florida Panthers.
Carolina Panthers.
Fuck.
You're thinking of hockey. Florida Panthers is hockey. Am I right? I don't know hockey that much.
That's
Sounds-
right. That's right. I tried to sneak it in there. I
Yeah,
had a
it
smile on
almost
my
worked
face the
though.
whole
I was
time.
thinking you're right.
I had one of those grins on my face, like I might get away with one.
Yes. So, Minnesota,
Arizona,
Arizona.
Washington, surprisingly not California.
Nope.
Surprisingly not Wisconsin. Oh, shit, New York.
Yep. 2 out of New York. Giants, Jets.
Carolinas.
Yep.
Tennessee.
That's it.
Okay.
That's all of them. Yeah, those are tough. A lot of people, we have to really put, because it sounds easy, but when you're done, it's like, yeah.
I'm actually surprised. I took a big break from watching sports, y'all, so
That's good. So you know enough just that a lot of people.
I got
that,
back into it when we started doing this. That was literally the only reason to watch. Otherwise, I mean, I tuned out from sports. I was like, this shit is fucking rigged. I'm done.
Sure is. The defending Super Bowl champions were the Kansas City Chiefs. They are defending their championship season last year. They won the
that's
Super Bowl.
right. Who did they beat? The Ravens?
No, they
was it?
they
Who was
beat
it?
the Cincinnati Bengals.
The Bengals?
I don't remember who was in the city. That's the thing. I study this stuff 25 hours a day, 8 days a week, but I couldn't tell you last year's Super Bowl. Eagles. It was
Eagles. That's
Eagles
who it
and,
was.
That's
right.
The Eagles and the Chiefs.
Yep.
So with that being said, the defending Super Bowl champion teams in the last 16 years are 12-4, meaning they've won 12, lost 4 in week 1 games. So that means in the last, the defending Super Bowl champions are 12-4. So in the last 16 years, 4 of the defending champions have lost on week 1 and 12 have won. So that's one trend that I see. It's the Chiefs playing the Detroit Lions at Chiefs. This is one that I look at it. Chiefs are -4.5, over under 53. I don't know. I'm gonna spend the next 15, 20 minutes and I'll throw my pick out there. That's
I know,
what we usually
right?
do for the Thursday night game.
This one is like, we did preseason last year to kind of warm us up to what was going on. This year, we've had other things going on. I won't get into that, but I'd like to because I want to talk about the new stuff I have. But this game we're going to treat a little bit as practice, because with the first game we wanted to do this year is Monday's night's game with Bills Jets.
Nope.
On September 11th.
Yep.
I thought that was the season opener, but turns out that no, it's Kansas City and the Lions tonight. So
it's always the defending Super Bowl champion plays Thursday night football against whatever team.
See, I don't know this type of shit. Yeah. Okay, so, but my kind of gut on this one is going KC over. KC covers that spread. And I'm kind of thinking the under. But again, I could see the score being like 31-24, something like that. But that would be the over on the over-unders. So
It's a.
oh, and I almost forgot how this spread thing works too. Because I can pick the spread, but then I can still pick a different winner.
Yeah, you could take the Lions to upset, or you could take the.
So as it is now, if I got the Bills, fuck me. The
Chiefs.
right. See, who the fuck is playing? Like all these, we got 4 televisions going. Everybody again this year.
We got a lot of things going.
So there are. Pretty soon we will get. So we're gonna have some video for this, so we can capture the synchronicities that are happening. Anybody who was with us last year and the year prior knows that it's a synchronicity heavy place to be. So especially when I'm going with my gut, like I'm looking to the environment and the things around me to like sync up in a way that, okay, that solidifies my pick. It just hasn't really been anything today. Like there was one thing that was kind of like, yeah, I think KC's gonna take it, and I think it's gonna. I want to say it's gonna be under 53 for the score.
I think you're onto something there.
I don't know.
I think the only way that the Detroit Lions, they, especially this game.
What do you think? Because last year sometimes I would pick just against Kev to make it interesting to listen to, but this year
I think the only way
I wanted to collaborate.
The Detroit Lions going into the Kansas City Chiefs, the defending Super Bowl champions. The only way that they're going to hold...
Look at this. There's like a big buff brain, but it's like the cotton candy that I said that... like the vape I said earlier.
Yeah.
Dude.
There it goes.
Dude. And then it said California Psychics.
So Detroit... Dude. The only way the Detroit Lions can either win outright or keep it close is with their defense. That's the only way.
Well, I heard Kelsey might not be playing tonight.
Yeah, they don't know. And
due to some knee injury. Not that that's going to make a huge difference in this game. Okay, inactive tonight. Yeah, so he is inactive tonight. So that's kind of why I'm leaning on the under as well. But I still think the Chiefs will win. What do you think? Are you feeling the Lions on this one? Are you feeling an upset, like a low-scoring upset? Or do you think like high-scoring upset?
I think it's going to be a defensive battle, and I think it'll come down to I think this is going to be a field goal game. It's going to come down to a field. Whoever kicks the last field goal is ultimately. Okay. I think it's going to be 21-17. I think it's going to be within the spread. I think it's going to be a 4-point. I think the spread's 4.5. That means the score could be 22 Chiefs, 18 Lions, 21 Chiefs, 17 Lions.
Okay. If
Lions went outright, that would be not a big shocker, but I figure that when Deion Sanders overtook the Colorado Buffaloes and went into TCU, who was in the national championship for college football last year, only had one loss, I believe, for the year. Primetime walked in there as a 24-point underdog and won outright against TCU. This is not college football. This is not primetime, but with that being said, anything with this NFL, that 4.5 point, man, it's there for a reason. It should be 7.5, like 4.5. 4.5 is a tease. Chiefs fans are going to be like, they're going to win by 30. Well, okay, that's the hearts talking. That's why gamblers, when they bet with their hearts, they will never win because their teams aren't going to win every game. They're going to get upset at least
such
twice,
a good point.
3, 4, 5 times 6. We don't know.
See, I like that point because that kind of thinking resonates with me because I felt something was off about that. Why 4.5 spread? And how come when I hear people talking about it, does it keep fucking changing to 3.5 to 5.5? I've heard it up to 5.5.
It opened up at 6 when Kelsey was on the roster. It went down 2.5 because of Kelsey. That's when I looked at the line, and that's why I knew Kelsey probably wasn't playing because the line would have moved to probably, who knows, back up to 6.
See, so I like that.
4.5 is a goofy one, man. It means a field goal or touchdown. You can't have both. I think it's going to be a defensive, close game.
I feel like it's it's a field goal game, but it's a field goal that's gonna push that fucking spread over.
The over under, that's the spread.
Over this, that's gonna cover the spread.
Oh, so you think the Chiefs are gonna win by more?
Like they're gonna be up by fucking 2, and then they're gonna get a field goal or something.
Win by 5.
But I see, I like your line of reasoning on that again because it's people are getting baited. They're like,
why are the defending Super Bowl champions not favored by 10?
And
why were the Super Bowl champions favored by?
He goes off talking so much
the
sense.
Super Bowl against the Eagles at 2. Why are they only favored by 4.5 at home? It's a trap. I see it.
He sees these lines, and that makes so much fucking sense to me. Where it's like, when I'm considering this, and if I were you guys, I wouldn't be putting my money on what I said right there. Just like, I think they're going to cover the spread because it's the Chiefs at home, returning Super Bowl champs. Lions ain't really shit. But
you know the Lions went 0-6 to start their year out last year?
But there's
money. They went 0-6 to start
they
went 0-6. Think about this. Then they won their next 7 games. They were like the damn near wild card. I mean, it was one of those fluke.
Didn't you just say something like the home or the returning champs
12-4
lost every fucking season opener?
They
were 12-4, but then they lost every season opener.
No, only 4 teams have lost their season opener.
Oh.
The defending Super Bowl champions have only lost 4 times in the last 16 years.
So this is where it's aligning.
This is the trend where if you went with stats, you would take the Chiefs with no kidding.
So that's where the money is to be made right there, is on that spread.
Spread is always the money. That's just a tough thing to fucking get.
But in this type of game,
yeah, it's
that
teasing.
52.5 is pick your poison, flip a coin.
Yep.
right?
Over under.
Flip a fucking coin. But the
But I'm
spread is
using
really where they're going to make their difference.
And I even look at, like, how did I pick the Rams to be in the Super Bowl, or Rams to win the Super Bowl 2 seasons ago when I predicted that, is because week 6, they announced the Super Bowl halftime show, and it was Snoop Dogg and all them other rappers,
Snoop.
West Coast, and I'm like,
Snoop
it's going to be it's going to be a Rams Super Bowl, and the Rams are hosting the Super Bowl, so put them in there, and that happened. And then last year, I figured out that where the Super Bowl was played, it was in Phoenix, Arizona, and the Phoenix, Arizona is sponsored by State Farm Insurance.
Right.
And this was week 3 I thought about that
Yep.
one. I said, the Chiefs going to be in Super Bowl
Yep.
because of State
Called
Farm.
it.
And look what
Fucking
happened.
called it.
They ended up in the Super Bowl. I got the Super Bowl wrong, I think. I don't remember, but I don't remember how we did that.
You got the Super Bowl right because
I didn't have
we
my-
called fucking State Farm.
the
Super
Chiefs.
Bowl.
Yeah.
It's going down.
The State Farm Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Everything was all
Everything. Their
matched up
coach,
to
their
everything.
Mahomes,
Everything.
like, dude.
Everything
it was such a dead
was
giveaway.
for the Chiefs taking. But this year, no. Chiefs are not going to be. They ain't going. No, the NFL wants something new. They want. Nobody wants to see and repeat. Nobody except Chiefs fans. I don't want. I want to see the Cowboys win a Super Bowl. Be fucking anybody just because it's a story. I want to see the Cowboys.
Right. Yeah, right. That'd be a great one. Yeah.
Just a wild, nobody wants the Cowboys in there, but if it happens, everybody wants it. It's like America's team. They love them, they hate them. They're fucking football fans are so contradictory to what they say. They're all just part of this fucking crabs in the bucket.
Weekly bandwagon.
But I'm in it for the business, make some money. And then this year the Super Bowl is in Vegas. So I don't know. I'm thinking Niners could be that would be a good team in the Super Bowl. West Coast, East Coast, put the Bills in there.
I just about looked at like every team's kind of like playoff record, like their head coach and their main players this year, just to kind of look at all the stats and do some of the gematria behind some of that stuff. I actually I won't sit there on like pen and paper or calculators and shit and figure it out, but there is something going on with the gematria and the dates and all the little angles that the numbers can be used. So
yes,
if it's, and this is what I think happens too, is once people catch on to the tells that they're giving, the signs, right? The little poker signs, the little number signs that they give away. So those in the know and know how to read it, know how to bet. I think that once people like me start catching on and telling others, they shift it, they change it just a little bit. And they've had to do this for a long time. It's really no different than the cat and mouse game or the game of
in the headsets.
break, fix, and
The
hack.
crooked zebras.
Yeah.
These owners a lot of these owners teams are built by the mob. I mean, you go back to the Steelers, the Jets,
Some
the New
of
York
these
Giants.
gotta be robots,
They're all
too.
part of some sort of organization. Money
There's
talks
too
and
much
bullshit
money
takes
in
the
it.
money talks and bullshit's golf on the next day. This isn't business. This is a $10 billion industry. Right. Now you add sports betting into it, it's becoming a $30 billion. And you don't think that they can have control over situations, headsets? Every play in the NFL could be constituted as holding. It's when do they want to call holding? Mm-hmm. They want to call holding when it matters the most.
When it's fruitful.
When the ball is, oh my, got a 10-yard penalty, repeat first down, like, geez, here we go. They're going to prove how the flags work in this
Automatic
game in particular.
first down.
There will be a flag thrown in the first 60 seconds of this game just to get the crowd go, here we are again, fucking flags are already out. We ain't even past the first minute.
That's right.
That's how this is going to go. And people know that. Pass interference, it could be every fucking play. Now, it's only what we see. Do you think those referees can see every little play? No. They hear it from somebody that says, hey, pass interference on this guy.
Yeah. Those referees are probably
in the next
robots.
Play, it's on the other team and they let it go.
Yep.
It's a balancing act.
That's right. Right.
I firmly believe that they can control all these, every single game within a certain points that they need.
Points
They're not going to be perfect every time, but I'm saying if
possessions, yards,
need the over or they need
Dude,
the favorite.
It's
There's
actually
a way, and these players, you think they're already getting paid. Do you really think there's got to be some clause in there where they get some sort of, hey, guys, we need to step up the defense, meaning we need a low-scoring game. Like,
Yeah.
they don't come out and say it. And it only can take 3 players on a team to actually manipulate a game. College basketball, they have all the fixes going on with all that college scandal. Now they're paying the players. College football athletes, they're probably still betting on themselves, but there's been allegations of players that have been betting on themselves through these draft apps.
Yep.
And I think these players would think,
or they have others do it
enough,
for them now.
or they have
how
somebody
would you
do
trace
it.
that?
But some of these players were signing up under their own names and like using
Yeah.
you don't think these agencies would fucking get involved? They did.
Sneaky, but not sneaky.
And it's not like these players were betting against them. They were betting on their over on like how many yards they were going to have. Why not bet on yourself? If you're betting against yourself, now that looks suspicious.
Right.
And these players, they would have to bet $1 million to make it worth their while. You think $100 is a big deal? They don't fucking $100. And these guys would use it as whatever.
Big money makers.
You don't think their cousin has some information on the player? The player knows the quarterback's knocked up, or
and
the trainer knows that an injury, but the player has he's going to have over under 6 sacks or whatever, and like the fucking. Like there's got to be a number that.
Well, they're thinking that
they're using that they can use to fix a game.
And any of these players that aren't like, basically just a slave to the corporation that might have earned their way to the league, they're seeing it as a longevity issue. Like they can't play in this league with these fucking huge monster guys that are all jacked up on crazy drugs. Half of them are robots, so it's not even fucking fair in the first place. They got superhuman strength. They're weighing their odds on the possibility of them getting an injury. So why wouldn't you be making way more cash on the side so you could just fucking retire and not have to play so hard that you're going to get injured and stuff like that, I mean, when there's so much of it happening, when you're in that atmosphere, it would be really hard not to become part of that atmosphere. So,
and you think that
absolutely, these players are doing it. The parents are doing it. Their fucking cousins are doing it. It's just a matter of time before it's exposed to the point where somebody's like, okay, guys, this is out of fucking control. All these kids want to do is grow up to be YouTube video gamer, Twitch streamers, or fucking professional athletes. And now they can start getting a taste of that cash pretty much at any time.
They all get paid.
And at the same time, we have all this technology in schools that's proving these teachers and faculty to be a bunch of fucking retards that don't know what they're doing and what they're teaching. Sorry, they're not all retarded, but they don't know what they're doing to society because they're teaching a bunch of bullshit.
And they know it too.
And the kids, we knew it when we were going to school. It hasn't fucking changed. It's only gotten worse.
Worse.
So why do we, when we're now adults, are we like, okay, no, that's what we gotta do? They're learning stuff. No, they're not. No. They're just, and these kids know it now. And now they're seeing that this student loan crisis is not going away. None of them want the student loan debt. So none of them are fucking going to college. So we're still ended up with this gamer / athlete culture, and everybody, those are few and far in between. Not everybody can do that because not everybody has enough time to support those people.
You have to full-time you have to have a team too.
Exactly.
There's very few TikTokers,
very few people that have that talent.
That just have that talent
and aren't lying to you as well. Right. Like, you guys are getting fucked in the face with a bunch of lies. Like, Mr. Beast's videos have been scripted and put together for so many years. It's insane. It's just a psyop on society. It's all it is.
There's this Russian podcaster. He plagiarized Mr. Beast 100%. He uses everything he says in Russian,
Nice.
and they use the exact same like scenario in Russian.
Yep.
And Mr. Beast knows. He's like, I could sue them, but he's like, I don't care. He's like, I just don't care. He's like,
because Mr. Beast doesn't have the actual rights to his own product.
right. But that's what somebody over
He's
Russia.
a product like
because
that guy.
They did exactly what, and people in Russia think that guy's original.
And how did that play in just earlier with what we were talking about, where you were asking me what states have teams, and I said the Florida Panthers, to make this fucking connection that, like, look, even in every state, like, the brainwash runs so deep, guys, that even in every state and in every country, they have relatively the same names of towns. Like, Brandon is probably a fucking city in Germany.
Yeah.
It's right next to Frankfurt and Dublin, which is in Ireland. But you guys didn't know that. If I wouldn't have just told you, you might have. The thing is, like, I'm just alluding to a soft point here of how fucking corrupt and diluted
It's
everything
unfortunate
is.
and a trap. You can't not go to education. You have to get it, or you're going something's
That's
wrong.
right. That's right.
Homeschool, fuck yeah.
That's the way to go.
Homeschool. Everybody was locked up during COVID. I think education was better for some people.
Yeah, buy Macs and use FaceTime. You can have a whole fucking classroom together like that.
And you can vape and not get in trouble.
And you can vape.
And we got a crisis. They're worried about kids vaping.
Dude,
Jesus
that's so
fuck.
funny.
Like, who gives
yeah.
a fuck? Kids
They'd
are
be
going to do
yelling
whatever
at their
they want.
kids on the fucking
Kids going to do what
computer. Timmy, put that vape pen away. We're trying to learn algebra. Timmy's like, dude, I never need to learn algebra in my fucking life. Go to fucking hell, lady. He should give that kid an A, because that kid was right, and none of us needed algebra. Name one time that any of you have needed algebra. So why was it mandatory for us to sit through that bullshit?
It's fucking fuck. But the other thing with the goddamn student loans.
Do you hear that? That was triple fucked, y'all.
They got to stop making them. They got to give free education. Wipe it all clean and give everybody free education. Why not?
I think that they're kind
And
of
even the
on
free
that
education
path.
kids ain't biting at that.
They're
What the
headed
fuck do I
towards
want to
that.
sit in a college class and not listen to what I want to just do my thing, go to trade school or do something fucking functional instead
What's
of
happening is they're
learning about what?
like Minnesota's starting to offer free in-state tuition to like whatever their state colleges are. So it's like, well, now we're just gonna have state fucking funded college. Like, that can't go wrong at all. That's not just ripe for brainwashing to have the state government involved with what the kids get taught in every program. Like, when are you all gonna fucking stop and think about what's actually happening and being like, actually, none of this is adequate. It's all fucking backwards and it's tearing us all apart.
Yeah, it's beyond $1 trillion in crisis, man.
Like, we have to.
And it can't bankrupt it. It can't.
Yeah, that's the other part.
It's the only thing.
Loan thing.
You
It's
can run up
insane.
$500,000 by the time you're 21 and bankrupt fucking credit cards, but you ain't bankrupting the student loans.
And these kids, they don't understand what that means. They don't understand what that means of being so young. We were just talking earlier about the drinking age and all that shit. Let's before we get back on that rabbit hole, I think the game's about to start, if it hasn't already. Where did we actually end up? I think I want to go with, where do you think on the over-under?
Under. I
So,
like the Lions.
taking the under and the, are you thinking the Lions are going to win?
I think
Got
they're
a
gonna
little
cover.
upset going here?
I think Lions I think Lions are gonna cover the. Maybe Chiefs win by 3. That's my
Okay,
guess.
let's
Chiefs
go
win
with
by
that.
3.
Chiefs win, but Lions cover their little spread,
Yep.
and with the under.
Yep. The Chiefs to win, Lions plus the
I like
spread and
it.
under. I love it. That's a reasonable. I like that. It's the first game of the season. Yeah. Yes, I'm getting off track there.
Now that we got that out of the way,
Duh.
you know what my next thought was? I can remember it if you got something.
No, I can't. Yeah, goddamn, it's crisis, but
It'll come back.
yeah.
It got me thinking about that brownie. That brownie was fucking delicious, and I figured out if I put it on my sous vide container when it's cooking, that it warms the brownie up, and not only makes the place smell awesome, like warm chocolate brownie, but it is delicious 2 up to 3 days later.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, it starts to get a little hard unless you put it in a Ziploc or a glass container. So I've been craving some more brownie.
Want me to order one?
Yeah, for sure. I'm so down for
I
brownie.
will have the game. It starts 10 minutes, I think. 10, 15, 7.
Oh, it's not 6:20. Yeah, we still got
7:20.
like almost a half an hour before the game starts.
7:20.
We did start a little early tonight. We just wanted to, get plenty of time.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, we're about 50 minutes in. Like, if you're still listening, I mean, this is a long form podcast. Obviously, it's just kind of a sit back and chill. We don't have like a fully structured. At 8:45, we're going to talk about this for 5 minutes. And then we're not going to say anything else. And we're only going to say these 3 things. Like, we don't have this scripted. We don't go back and edit stuff. I might come back and start, like, just editing to make things quicker in some places. Like, I'll explain all that later. I don't want to get all on that. But I might do some little bit of editing here and there. Because I just bought a MacBook, and that's what I wanted to talk about this whole time, is how I bought a MacBook, because I'm still fucking excited about having a new MacBook. I haven't had one before, and they're way better than Windows.
Yes, sir.
And it sets me up to do some video production, which I'll be getting into, providing a lot of content on all sorts of shit. Like, no industry is safe from me. No industry is fucking safe. I've been doing a little market research in the gaming industry lately, playing some video games at the same time. Like, you can't really properly research something unless you kind of dive into it and play the role. Like, when I was, soft example here, when I was researching Flat Earth, I was like, well, I'm not going to be able to learn about this unless I just play the role. Step into a flat earther's shoes and play the fucking role. Like, how am I gonna be able to relate with a flat earther who has told their family that they think the earth is flat, not round, and if I don't know what that's like? But if I do know what that's like, I'll definitely be able to relate to them, because I'll have gotten the information, the data to relate to. So, no, I don't think the earth is flat. But in playing the role, I learned a hell of a lot about how the earth is not a globe. And those things are actually true. So, not that we're going to get going on that subject, because we've covered that for content, official content, that's in actually lesson 1 at Big Brain University. We take you through that and help you out in figuring out that lie, so you can figure out the rest of these lies are a lot easier. It's just so much easier.
I think they don't even probably allow you to argue that in a school. They're like, like, you guys, we're not talking about this again. And this guy's like, fuck you.
I know, right?
Like, can you imagine the shouting matches?
So before we get into,
anybody debates anymore about anything in school, they're fucked.
I'll tell you.
Can you imagine that?
I'll tell you a quick story about how kind of like
professor gives a guy a B- because he believes this one, the guy A fucking because he believes it right. Like, what the fuck?
Like, how easy I could bring this into a school board and be like, look at these two games combined with the recent Indiana Jones movie and the recent Barbie movie. So I could use 4 things right here. All right. The recent Indiana Jones movie called The Dial of Destiny. Yes, sir, The Dial of Destiny. Well, what is the Dial of Destiny in the movie? Does anybody know? Drum roll, please. It's a fucking astrolabe. An astrolabe. Now, does anybody know what an astrolabe is by chance, just by hearing the word? Probably fucking not. So, what an astrolabe is it is a device that existed, was created back before 1500s, back a long fucking time ago. especially for this thing being still accurate to this day, and to be able to put something like this together, it would have taken so many years for a human to figure this out that was on Earth observing the stars. Now, what an astrolabe was used for was to navigate geographic locations by aligning this astrolabe with the stars in the sky. Wherever you were, you could always take this device, align it with the stars, and then you could find where you are supposed to be going. And it's accurate 100% to this day. Now, when the astrolabe was created, they did not think the Earth was a ball flying through space around with a bunch of other flying fucking space balls. That's not what they thought. It's not what this device was even created off of. So, the movie Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is actually about the shape of the Earth and this device. And you can see it in the movie. You can literally watch the occulted narrative play out in front of you. It's beautiful. Now moving on, there is a video game called The Last Epoch, or The Last Epic, however you want to pronounce it. The symbol in The Last Epoch, the logo that they use, they changed the O in Epic to the astrolabe. So now we have connected the O in this video game and the astrolabe use in the recent Indiana Jones movie. Now there was another video game that was released, and it was called Starfield. And Starfield is a video game where you are exploring the universe and it's all infiniteness. The interesting thing is Starfield uses a logo that resembles the astrolabe, where the T and the L in Starfield align with the circle that Starfield is written through, right? So the S and the L are both two little pointers outside of the circle, just like the astrolabe symbol has, okay? So it's another reference to the same exact thing. That is, now what does the connection here? The astrolabe uses the star field, okay? The star field, which I know you guys don't understand this because you can't picture it in your head, but if you use the cellular concave Earth model where we are on the inside of something, and the universe would be at the center, like the yolk of an egg when we are on the inside of the shell. So everybody pointing up to the sky at anywhere in the world is pointing in to the middle, okay, to the yolk. Now this is what they called the star field, the fucking universe up there with the stars. It's all up above us. That's what they would hold the astrolabe up, align it with the stars, okay? So there's the connection. Like, it's all shape of the earth stuff. Things that we used to know as a society that have been occulted from us since. The fourth thing that we can connect here, all of these things are kind of going on at the same time, mind you, being released into the world. The recent Barbie movie. Not just the very beginning, but the very beginning is like these little girls playing with all dolls, right? And it's all little girls playing with baby dolls. And then all of a sudden, what is it, Kev? A giant person appears. And it's fucking Barbie.
Oh, fuck.
And she's in the desert.
Jeez.
She's standing with a black and white striped one-piece swimsuit on, and her head is perfectly aligned, like the sun is right behind her head. And so it's this giant, beautiful Barbie, real life person played by Robbie Margot. shows up in the desert with all these tiny little girls, right? These tiny, tiny little girls. And then all of a sudden, these little girls start smashing their babies. So we see this direct reference to giants and killing babies.
Yeah.
Cannibalism type shit.
Always.
Right?
It is.
Take that to a fucking school board. Take that to a fucking school board and then be like, look at the fucking moon and the sun in the same sky every day. And it's like the line on the moon doesn't match where the shading should be, you guys. It's so fucking easy to disprove and debunk the globe that it's anybody who can't get there. It's like, dude, you are suffering from copium hard, bro. Like, you are smoking the copium hard. Like, wake the fuck up and put these simple goddamn things together, because I guarantee you, if you give this information to kids, they will figure it out and they will know. And that's why in school, we were never taught what the ancients were taught and what they thought. We weren't taught any of that stuff. By the way, all of those things are responsible for the physics that aviation is based off of. All the physics of flight are based off of non-globe Earth science and physics. So all of the things that we use have come before a time where the shape of the Earth was changed, and now we're all fucking flying through space somehow, which is just completely wrong. It's all fucking wrong.
We go into space.
So yeah, and not to segue too much on that, but when you ask me that fucking question, man, and it's like, what are we gonna do to change wake these fucking parents up, dude? It's like,
good luck.
It's probably got to be something like that. Somebody's got to go to a school board meeting and just fucking shock and awe them and be like, look, you people got to wake the fuck up, because we already figured this out like 1,000 years ago, like 200 years ago. We were still not in this NASA globe bullshit. So what the fuck happened, people? Did you all lose your fucking minds? Anyway.
Not my problem. I say fuck them.
Okay, you moved the game up there and switched. Okay, I was like, what's happening? The cable's not working the way it's supposed to.
I know, it's like, goddamn thing went out again.
They sure are. I think the Chiefs are going to win this just based on how much they're talking about the Chiefs instead of the Lions here. That was one thing I saw last year, is they would kind of focus on one team, you know?
Yeah, it seems like because there's
Nikki Sixx's black and white striped guitar, all that black and white striped shit, right after I was talking about Barbie's black and white shit. Dude, I wish you all could see these TVs. We are going to get to a point where we're sharing this with you, because whenever we talk about something, it's like it pops off on the TV. Just as like the universe saying, yeah, I'm here, I'm listening, I'm going to echo what you said because you're echoing what I told you. Crazy how that works. Echo. It works, y'all. Synchronicity is fucking real.
It's all there. Yes. Patty Mahomes. Mr. Allstate.
State Farm.
State Farm. Fuck. See?
Mr. Allstate Farm.
Well, yeah. Shit. I gotta find out.
Fuck it.
Yes. Look at that damn stadium. That's kind of a cool TV. They got it in shape of football. How about that?
That is pretty sweet. Big old oval up there. Like a submarine. Almost like a blimp. That's what they need to bring back to sports, are those fucking cool ass blimps.
Yeah.
I always thought those were just badass. Like, who gets to fly one of those? That is fucking cool. And then I was always like, what happens if the wind picks up like it does in the Midwest? That blimp driver is going to be fucking blowing around.
Oh, there you go.
Timmy's back. He's going to get some new strings this week, so Monday's game, Timmy's going to sound different, so it's Probably just going to sound a lot brighter. Oh, what's Kurt Cobain playing there? I wish I was on heroin, easily amused. I'm about to fall asleep. And saying something from time to time. Playing on my little guitar. While this guy strums on a big bass guitar. And that guy's playing his drums. But I think I'm gonna fall asleep. He does. It's like, I don't know. He looks like he's trying to poop or something. Like he's sitting on. Oh, man.
Unplugged.
Yes.
That's funny as fuck.
I'm pretty sure that's the same song he's playing. Like, easily. I wish I had some heroin.
I think go Cobain. Oh, what is that?
Yeah, it is. Yes. In the sun. That was fun. Timmy, you're hilarious. What an intro into the season.
Yes. Damn.
Timmy is the ethereal being that exists in these instruments, everybody. So if you didn't know who Timmy was. Timmy also got picked on in high school. It's a bunch of bullshit. Formed him into who he was today. You know, he started out, he was just a box of wood, and that's really all he could do. So everybody was like, dude, shut the fuck up. But Timmy's like, and they're just like, dude, no, God, for love of fuck's sake, like if you're gonna do that, just go play some drums. And he's like, and they're like, no, dude, we don't want to hear you ever again. So Timmy got very depressed. And one day, a magical fairy person made him strings, and now he sounds like this. And not like, I wish I had some heroin. But he can play that if he wants. Timmy had I don't know, he didn't really have a baby, but does have a new buddy. Kev bought a keyboard, which we don't have all plugged in tonight, but we will soon. And then we're gonna, or that thing, I'm so stoked for that thing because it has so many buttons on it that you can like have sound effects on and all sorts of stuff that it's going to be a great addition to the cast, I think. Eventually, we'll probably even make some tunes and music. There's a local musician, soon to be big and famous, probably, that we'll probably have over some time on the cast. And
Got his own CD out?
yeah. Maybe probably do a little jam with him too. Maybe we can have him sing so I don't have to make up lyrics about Kurt Cobain. That was kind of a good little groove, wasn't it? I could make something to that. It's definitely just a little catchy. I can get your attention quick, put a little nice little vocalization over it, maybe add in a little like, I could musically engineer the fuck out of you people if I wanted to. I want you to feel like buying booze. I want you to feel angry. I wish I had some heroin.
Get stupefied.
Like, yeah.
Get stupefied. Heroin. Fucking heroin. My God. Oh, why so funny? Because it's fucking.
You know, it's so bad. It's like,
It's so
bad, but it's so right,
it's
dude.
Funny though.
So fucking right.
Yeah, get stupefied. Route. Rest. Yes. Okay.
I'll be right back, y'all.
Fucking orders on the way.
Oh shit! Right on.
We got the goods. Get this Thursday night. All right. Chiefs, Lions. I don't know. Mahomes gonna have another stellar year. I just don't know. But I do know. Lions plus 4.5. That is my pick. And let's make some money. On the Chiefs. There he is. Yeah, he went. God, went to White House. Yes. Man, Patrick Mahomes got younger. He looks younger. He looks like he lost. He got younger.
Oh, did they replace him too?
I think so. I was just talking about that. How manipulative that.
Oh yeah, that does
Like
not
it-
look like him.
No, it didn't. That's what I said. I'm like, y'all see what I'm seeing?
That does not look like him. That looks like a whole different person, dude. It looks like somebody that could be his fucking cousin.
Strange.
Dude, that does not look like him. What the fuck? Dude, they swapped out Mahomes? Oh, they did a little swap. Really? You want to turn it up just a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best fans in the National Football League. So now it's time to update that banner. Please turn your attention to the south side of the stadium and help me count down. 5, 4,
4, 3, 2, 1. What's happening? Oh, Super Bowl 1v champions. Yeah, all right. I can see why they might want to celebrate that. They won last year.
it is now the home of the 3-time champions. Welcome to
That's the loudest outdoor stadium too.
Really?
135 decibels outdoor stadium. Indoor stadiums don't even get to that sometimes. Strange.
Must be the acoustics.
It's something with it. There's something with the stadium. My buddy Sean, he goes to the game. He was
mean,
telling me about it. He's
they
like,
can
Kev, he
amplify.
goes, you can't. He's like, you can't talk. It's too loud.
I bet they amplify it through the
Have to.
speakers.
Have to make it that loud
Yep.
outdoor. Doesn't even make sense. But he says, it's
Yeah,
loud.
people aren't that loud, man. Voices don't carry that far. Voices carry. I used to think that song she was saying, "This is Carrie." I didn't know she was saying voices. I was like, what the fuck do you mean? Hush, hush. Keep it down now. This is Carrie.
I like them. I do like them.
Hey, as a kid, I didn't know any better.
Last year they won 8 of their last 10 games. Their defense added a lot. They should be greatly improved there. But now you get the world champions. Now you get the MVP. The hype train's over, Detroit. It's time to go to work.
And do it on this stage. This team is so good here. Patrick Mahomes is so good in September. The face of the NFL, the reigning league and Super Bowl MVP, leads his team out.
Oh man, okay.
There
All
they
right.
are.
Yeah. Just we're watching the unveiling here. They're all running on the field. Oh my god. It doesn't really even look like the fans are yelling.
New.
Well, the cameras are just showing fans that are like,
It's strange.
The champions have been celebrated. But now, the slate is wiped clean. This is the night for all of you around the league. All dreams are possible. Here we go. It's the Chiefs. At long last, it's the season. We kick it off next on NBC.
Yes, it's back, baby.
yeah, dude,
We're
that is.
back. Detroit Lions +3 in the under. Let's fucking book it.
You're right, man. That is not Patrick Mahomes.
No, it ain't
Like
him.
that right there.
No.
That right there was. But the other
Yeah,
one,
no.
no. If you were to rewind, we could do it side by side. Then those are not the same people.
Yes. You know what's interesting? This is free for the public. It's on cable. It's on normal TV, NBC.
Oh yeah, last year Thursday
But then
games were.
they tease you. Now next Thursday you got to fucking pay for it through
It's gonna be
Amazon.
pay again.
I have a yearly membership, obviously, but I didn't use Amazon for like 4 months. I didn't use it for any of the sports. I used it for one boxing match, and that was it. You had to buy it on Amazon. I watched a boxing match, but that's how they suck the public.
Yeah.
And now you got to get Amazon. For people that want to watch next Thursday night, you're going to have to be on Amazon. They don't broadcast it on NBC.
Hey, look at this shit. Then one of the first commercials is
Gambling, DraftKings, gambling,
DraftKings. Yeah.
gambling, actors gambling.
Bet 5 get 200. Where the fuck does that ever happen?
It's fucking.
Like,
I don't know,
jeez.
man. It's all part of to soul get you in there.
Yeah.
You win one bet and you're dead.
Yeah. what
Don't
is-
win your first bet you ever play. You're gonna lose it and get the fuck out. Because unless you got information like me and statistics,
Yeah.
you're
gonna
throwing
get
darts
drawn
into
into
sports
this.
betting.
Yeah. You're gonna get drawn into this this spread tonight, and
Spread,
think
man.
the Chiefs are gonna cover it, no problem.
I think Chiefs win by the 4 and the half plays in the point and then the under.
Yeah, especially since that's definitely not Patrick Mahomes anymore.
No.
Like I didn't expect that. I didn't expect it.
Strange, man. I didn't know.
It doesn't
Like, first thing
surprise
I saw,
me
I said, what's
at
going
all.
on here? He only been out for 3 months, and then come back. He won a Super Bowl and he changed his figure. Yeah, strange.
Yeah.
Doesn't look good.
No, it's a bad look, man. Most people are probably not going to see it either. They'll just be like, well, his hair is a little different.
Yeah, look at his hair.
He's a year older, or he got like plastic surgery or something. Be like, why? Look, well, there is a blimp in this commercial, but it's a giant Subway. That was a giant hoagie, right? And now the Olympics? What the fuck is going on? I don't know what that commercial was, but
Don't know.
it was like Eli Manning was in a giant hoagie that was like a blimp.
Yeah. Oh, he was up in the fucking sky.
And then he said something about the Olympics, and then people jumped out in a parachute. But it was like a double helix or some shit. It was like weird as fuck.
Strange, bro. Strange.
By the dawn's early light. Really, they're out there with a fucking sign language person for the national anthem. Like, what blind or deaf person doesn't know the fucking national anthem? You got to be kidding me.
Something going on with it.
Wow.
Yep. I'm so excited for this football season, man.
That bitch is lip syncing like a fat hoe.
She's doing something. I'm so excited for this season.
Oh, they flew like a fucking stealth fighter thing over that thing.
Fighter?
Yeah, that's why all the players were looking up. What in the oh, this whole shit. Jesus, man. I feel like I'm watching WWF wrestling.
So,
Oh, what are they? Oh, they got fans down on the field for the fucking, okay.
yeah, they go out there with the flag.
Speaking of giants, that guy is a fucking giant.
Kelsey,
Yeah.
for sure.
He is here tonight. I spoke to him yesterday. He said he wanted to be here for the unveiling of the Super Bowl banner because he played a significant part in getting that banner. He told me he will not sit out the entire year, but he's prepared to incur fines up until week 8, the deadline to get credit for the final season.
Guy making bets right there. He on his
He's
app.
got 2 phones.
He got no shit. That one for a fucking burner.
Yeah.
That's how they're doing, man. They're showing it.
Why would that guy have 2 phones sitting there at the fucking game?
Yeah, why do you need 2 phones in a game?
Yeah.
And this guy. God,
Andy
this for
Reid.
every commercial. I
Dan
just love it. I
Campbell.
love this Lions scenario here.
I'm thinking Lions get out to an early lead here.
I like it where it'd be
Like 10-0 after the first.
14-3 at halftime or something.
some
Then
shit
Chiefs
like
come
that.
back 21-17.
Yeah.
Something like that. We want low scoring.
Dude, that guy, God, you nailed that right on the head. Mahomes looks younger, too. Like, not just different, younger.
Just different. Just something about him.
Dude, it looks like a 19-year-old kid. Like, barely.
Yeah, like they
fucking-
just had a kid that was cloned. He's 14. Now he looks like he's 16. Now he's playing as Mahomes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's make this season a good one.
Oh, yeah. What song is that that's on right now? Out of the back of the end zone. Fucking knew that was going on.
Oh, real quick. There will be a flag thrown in the first minute to represent how the season's going to be.
Yeah? Okay.
Offsides. Defense. Number.
Yeah.
Something going to be like that.
Maybe pass
the line's
interference or
not
some
ready. They're a
shit.
little shaky. That's what I foresee.
Oh, yeah. But now I find her simply irresistible.
That's
There's no telling where the money went. That was a great song.
absolutely.
There's no other way to go.
Jared Goff, #1 overall pick of the Rams in 2016. 5 years in LA, she got a Super Bowl 53, if you remember.
That's a classic video. Oh my God.
Goff coming to Detroit along with significant draft.
Jared Goff.
He flourished last year.
Robert Palmer, that's who that is? Okay.
The last half of the gain of 7, play action,
Well, that should be a flag.
Yeah, intentional grounding.
Intentional grounding.
Like,
He didn't throw it past the.
didn't even fucking try, dude.
Strange.
That almost looked like a fumble to me.
Looked like it. Yeah.
By Karlaftis on the outside, but it was really Marignati who sold that thing from inside. So Chris Jones will be proud of this one.
What are you just throwing it away? Okay, I mean, he was under a little pressure, but geez.
Maybe a little nerves.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe First time.
First, maybe. First,
Sorry, guys. Fresh clone. Sometimes they're... They don't all come out of the box like Barbie.
now there'll be a flag throwing fucking for the Chiefs way. I promise you that.
Where that pressure is going to come from. You'll see defensive linemen dropping out. That time, big 317 pounds.
You might as well just ground it out.
Yeah, Yeah, what are we watching? Like, this looks like worse.
Looks like a mess for the first 2 plays.
That was a short possession. Dude! What the fuck was that? Okay, the kickback guy, he catches the ball, does a juke, and like dodges the guy, but then he stands there for a minute, and then the guy he juked still ends up tackling him. Like, what the fuck just happened? Oh my god. Why didn't they do that when they were running out on the field?
I don't know. Got to be a flag here. Got to be a
Pretty
flag.
soon.
Come on.
Oh, unnecessary roughness.
No flag in the first
Half the
minute.
distance to
Damn
the
it.
goal.
Fuck. Well, I guess there's going to be no flags thrown this
Well, the
season.
first trade is...
There's
no,
no more.
maybe in
There's
the
no
first
flags
minute.
thrown the entire season.
Yeah.
I'm serious. They should always throwing them in the first minute. How many times have we seen a game where there wasn't?
Man, so what? Okay.
We saw 3 flags thrown the first minute of one of those games. I was like, this is crazy. And 4 field goals hitting off of the goalpost.
Oh my God. 2 back-to-back running plays. No flags so far. Really no flags in the first 2 minutes almost now. This whole possession is not over though.
The front 7 should be very good. On the back end, so many changes. And the emotional leader of this football team right now is C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Really, that's a lot to say.
Oh, I love that play though.
Yeah, first down.
Never
that
works
was-
for me on Madden, but
No.
God forbid these guys make it happen.
Yeah.
Why? Because they got the magnets, not on the
That's
game.
right.
Magnets on the gloves.
Yep, that's right.
That's another conspiracy.
Super gripper gloves.
McKinnon's just so good. Former quarterback understands exactly what the quarterback needs.
Turn it to stick on or bounce off.
They got the magnets.
That's right, man.
Have you ever seen them? The actual
Fucking-
real gloves you can get?
Oh, really? No, I've never
You don't
seen
think-
like
no, I've
actual
never
ones.
seen the miners, the guys that are on like doing
Oh.
they got these gloves,
Interesting.
magnets,
That makes sense.
but they're not like these type of. These gloves are a little more sophisticated.
They could easily do something like that.
Of course.
Easily.
Noah Gray is as fast as Kelsey. He runs 4.6. He runs nice routes. He may even be a better blocker. What he doesn't do is escape in the open field like a Travis Kelsey. Nobody's better at the tight end position than he is for that.
Here's Pacheco in the game, 2nd and 5. Mahomes, clean pocket, comes open downfield. He escapes chase, and just puts it up and gets rid of it. Alex Angeloni,
Man, I wish it was like rugby or fucking soccer where you can't just throw it out of bounds. Like you gotta
Yeah,
throw it.
dude, you gotta
like,
do
they
something.
Gotta,
Like, what's the point in playing good defense? Just so you can throw it out of fucking bounds and not like.
I think
have
there's
to
got to
take
be
the
another
risk?
way to add excitement to. You either got to take the fucking sack or you got to do something.
Dude, he even hit the quarterback there, like, and they didn't call a flag. Like, the fact that they didn't call a flag, not on that quarterback hit, but holding. They're kind of letting KC get away with some shit here. But that's fourth down though. No flags so far. Wow. It's almost like they knew we were on to them.
Yep.
They're like, okay.
Does so often leans forward on that one, and I wonder how many people gasped just a little bit watching that ankle attack.
Well, it looked a lot closer than the dot.
Huh.
0.
Oh, they got some new, like, kind of funky graphics this year, of course. They got to keep the aesthetics just a little bit fresh. I wonder how much of the colors on the jerseys that they change the hue just ever so slightly.
Yeah.
Just ever so slightly to make it pop in like a different way.
Like they're doing, yeah.
Yeah, like it right there, you know.
Huh.
Huh. Another alcohol related.
Goddamn booze gets a pass.
Yep.
Everybody drink. Everybody
Yep, yep.
in the bucket, drink.
Drink it if you got it. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh man. You know, them booze at the baseball games, you know how they have the time clock now?
Oh yeah.
Speeds up the games by an hour.
Yeah.
They beer sales used to stop in the middle of the seventh inning. The seventh inning stretch is like they'd call it your last call. Now it goes down like 8.5, a whole extra inning. Football, I don't think they stopped selling booze. I think maybe like with 5 minutes left or something. And why stop serving booze? You think people just going to be sobered up, driving home?
Yeah, right.
And paying $18 for a beer? I don't know how many. You got to be sneaking stuff into the stadium at that point.
Yeah.
And who's really checking your bags? I mean,
Nobody.
they looking for weapons.
As long as it's not metal.
And the fact that every stadium now is cashless. It's so easy to run up a tab of fucking $40 for 2 beers.
Yeah.
You know, 18 tip, that's $40. Two beers.
Fuck, dude.
For 2 beers.
Insane. Insane. Somebody was saying that foot long at Subway cost them $20 recently. Like,
What the hell?
what
Price
did
of
you?
everything.
Yeah,
went
I
up.
think somebody gouged you a little bit on that, but
They sure ain't 2 foot. I could see 2 foot longs, $9 each.
oh, I mean, I could see them like being 14 or 15 bucks a foot long for
$20?
sure. Like a $14, $15 foot long, especially if you're getting like any extras on it or something like that.
But how many? You could put everything on there. Shouldn't be. There's no
Shouldn't
way.
be right. Yeah, you should.
You could put every fucking thing. There's no
Yeah.
way.
How do you $20
unless
foot
you're
long?
stacking every fucking meat, chicken, and whatever steak
Right.
they got, and that's $10.
Right,
I
right.
don't see that happen.
I got like tuna, roast
Yeah,
beef,
yeah.
fucking chicken,
The
like
old man,
everything on
the old,
there.
The old.
Not
fucking-
even possible.
It's the cost of living going up, and the chances of eating reasonably is going down.
Yeah, that's
Meaning,
for sure.
nothing's under $10. Nothing.
No,
You ain't getting buy one get ones are gone.
good luck.
The only good thing that Starbucks has is on Thursdays they have buy one get one with ordering through the app.
I think
That's kind of reasonable, but
well,
it's
you
still
can
$10.
you can still go to Red Eye and get 2 first.
That's one thing I'll change. The price of happy hour, you can get buck and blottoed.
Yeah,
2 in there, you know, real drinker, they get off fucking. They're 2 there, 2 every day.
just blottled by
2
3
to 5,
o'clock.
they're just done.
Yep.
The one good thing about they said that it doesn't do the, you know how it cut out for so long.
Yeah.
Go on now. There we go. Yeah.
Interesting.
It really is the key, right? And they don't really care how it happens, but that quick throw,
Hey now.
Really?
Hey now. All right. That's the network.
Got some
I don't want to.
network buffering
Oh.
going on. Looks like everybody's tuning in right
Everybody.
now.
Yep. Hey now.
Wow. Wow.
Safety?
Oh, he runs back into the end zone. Okay, he fucking turned around the opposite way and fired to the, like, the only way that happened was somebody in his headset told him what to do there. Because he was looking the other fucking way, turned around like almost a full 360 to go the other way. Like, there's no way he fucking saw him here, dude. Dude!
It's all in the headsets, bro.
Dude, it had to be there.
It is.
There's no way. He wasn't even looking over there, and there's no way he could have seen him out
Oh,
of
they
the...
went for a trick play on him, too. What a ballsy play, man. Oh, my God. That is a ballsy play.
Yes.
That could have been game over.
I like to see
Think
that.
about that. They did that at 4th and 80, or they were on the 20-yard line.
Dude, that was sneaky.
Chiefs.
He does it all the time, right? I mean, we should come to expect it. A lot of times they'll throw the pass. You just don't expect it from inside the 20-yard line. And here the big guys just keep...
Bro, that's what you do when it's the last play of the game.
Yeah, that's like a...
Like, these guys are playing to fucking win. How do they pull that off? Wow. What ball.
Why are they all patting their head, right?
And they can't produce that one? Why not just run the same play they just did?
Yeah,
It
why
worked.
not, right?
You get 3 yards every play, you're fine.
Yeah.
Fucking jeez. The other thing about this Detroit Lions, they were the #1 highest scoring team.
Oh,
29 points a game last year.
Oh, really?
Chiefs were 28. So the Lions had the highest scoring average. They scored fucking over 30 points a game it was.
Oh, I didn't know that, man. That's weird.
But they went 0-6 to start out with. And then they turned it on. They went on and then God guy. A little small.
Yeah.
Here's the problem. If you want to try to play some coverage, if you want to try to come out here and make a play on the outside, you got to line up and play some man coverage, but not against that guy. He is the driving force of this offense. If they're not running the football, they're throwing it to Ross St. Brown.
1st and 10. Another 30-yard first down. That was pretty much the same play, just on a different side. All right.
Yeah. Good play.
Linebackers have to step up to try and play the run game against the Detroit Lions, and they made so many first downs. That #4 ranked offense, a lot of those plays right there.
Tight ends on his first down inside, pressure with Montgomery to the 41-yard line against the Kansas City defense. George Karlaftis, Purdue.
Treshawn Wharton, Missouri S&T.
Derek Knight, Florida State.
Michael Dana, Willie Gay Jr., Starkville High School.
Nick Bolton, Frisco Lone Star High School.
Leo Chanel, Wisconsin. Jarius Sneed, Louisiana.
What do you think percentage of NFL is black?
Ryan Cook, Cincinnati.
Trey McDuffie, Washington.
Not quarterbacks. I'm talking the fucking non-quarterback.
60% of their defense first
I mean, look at there. That was 7 out of.
Yeah, probably 70 to 80%.
Yeah. Then NBA is 95%.
Is it?
Hockey's 0%.
Hockey, yeah, hockey's like fucking zero.
NASCAR,
maybe
there's
like
a couple.
5.
NASCAR. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
And
Why
then baseball,
was there-
it's not even American. It's majority like south of whatever.
Yeah. I'd say baseball is probably a pretty good mix.
And pitcher is probably 15% is Asian.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What about like bowling?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm thinking,
What about like bowling and darts, you know?
yeah.
Those two types of things.
Chrissy got a couple of head coaching interviews this year. He really wanted to come back, be a
How come there aren't more black people playing hockey?
It's not a. It's not a.
Just can't skate and be physical? Like, you
No,
can
they
be
just
physical
don't-
on their feet, but
It's
not.
It's a sport that you're. I don't know. It's a good question.
I mean,
Can
like,
you be?
obviously
Can
it's
you
a
be
joke,
too tall
but-
to play hockey? Is there such thing as too tall to be hockey? I don't know any
No.
tall hockey. I've never seen like I don't know.
Some of those hockey players, man, they're still big motherfuckers.
I hope it.
Like, they're not big linemen motherfuckers, but they're still big, like Travis Kelce big.
Oh, yeah.
Some of those defensive linemen are fucking
Yep.
monsters.
Brutal too.
dude.
If they played football like that, guys would be dead.
Oh, you
I
put
don't
them
care how
up
much
against
padding you
these
have.
guys,
Hockey player will fucking.
I would take the guy that
Hockey.
fucking can fuck people up on skates on a football field. No, every day. Every day I would take that player.
Yep.
That dude's just going to have so much more power.
They let him fight too to an extent.
Yeah, you're not wearing cleats on ice, you know? You give a hockey player fucking cleats where you can actually grip and push? Jesus.
Dead.
Yeah, calm down.
Yeah.
Don't give him a fucking stick at that point either. I mean, yeah, you just give a hockey player some cleats, the guy turns into a deadly weapon. Mm-hmm. Not that some of these football players aren't, but...
Oh no!
He just had a little trip. He had probably a good running
I don't
lane,
think that
too.
was in the script. I don't
No.
think that was, but unless it was an injury related.
Yeah,
Damn.
I don't know. He did kind of looked like he just kind of slipped there.
This field might be like the Super Bowl. The field was slick, they said. For
Yeah, it
for
could
the
be.
Eagles.
I was kind of wondering about the temperature here, like what the weather's like right now.
KC?
Yeah.
I don't know, 65, 70?
Okay.
I don't know if it even snows down there.
How come we're getting so much smoke these days now again?
Yeah, what's going on with
Like-
Canadian smoke?
Yeah, how is the entirety of Canada fucking burning down? Touchdown Lions. What do we say, dude? Lions jump out to an early lead.
Yep. Right away, and then Chiefs obviously come back.
Yep. We've seen this one play out almost
Every game
every
somehow.
game that we did last year. We're like, yep, they're gonna be up at halftime. So, one, the away team doesn't get bored, and the
I
fans
think maybe,
stay.
you know what, another one? 10-10 halftime.
Yep, fans stay tuned in.
14-14 halftime even makes the over-under interesting.
14-10.
Fuck it. Anything
Something like
anything over 2 digits on each is always an interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we saw a team score last season 3 touchdowns in 2 minutes before.
Yeah.
Like they didn't score all game, and then the last 3 minutes
Wasn't
was
it
like touchdowns.
It was
They
like
come-
fucking 17-0 at half, and then they came back and it was like 24-17 at the end of the game.
just no.
Ooh, it was insane, and we called it perfectly.
Yep, bet 5 and get 200.
That's the same commercial they was using last year. They should have spent some of that.
Even Kevin Hart got younger.
Yeah. Oh, what was the movie? Jamie Foxx, not Kevin Hart, but Jamie Foxx and Will Ferrell were in a movie recently called Strays, where it's just a couple dogs.
Oh yeah, the animated dog.
Not animated, but they're actual dog. Well, I guess they do kind of animate them a little bit,
They
but it's
talk?
not like a cartoon.
Are they the voiceover right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Not terrible movie. Not great, but you know. Fuck man, the Barbie movie was actually so good. It was comical. It wasn't kidified. It wasn't childized, you know. So it was like towards a child audience, and there was like just enough like sarcastic wokeism in there that like, I don't know, dude. I watched it twice, dude. It was like, I was actually like, oh my God, I'm going to watch. I might even watch it a third fucking time because some of it's actually just kind of funny as shit. Ryan Gosling does do the Ken pretty damn well.
You got to think they got to use updated fucking anything with fucking anything that's relatable to kids.
Yeah.
Technology-wise and
yeah.
the way they talk. Is that a PG-13?
No, it's not really geared towards kids at all.
It's a PG movie?
I don't think it's like PG at all. It might even be rated. It's probably not rated R, but I don't know what
kids
it was
going
rated.
that'd have been like borderline. Whoever knows what you got to say? You can only say so many words before it becomes offensive. They have to rate it as a whatever.
Yeah, I wonder what they did rate it as, because I'm sure a lot of young gals probably wanted to go see it.
Well, you got to look at the 10 through 14. They're like what 16 and 18-year-olds are thinking before internet.
I don't
technology.
think that they would have liked it.
Sense of humor.
Like it would have been the young crowd that would have like really related to it at all would have been like in like junior high, something like that. That little know-it-all sassy girl that doesn't have to listen to her parents and shit all that.
I wonder
right?
if Swifties were a fucking Barbie. I'd be curious how they were.
Yeah, they
should
should release that, a Swiftie Barbie.
Yeah, Taylor, get on board.
Dude, what the fuck are they sleeping on that one
Ooh,
for?
that's a good fuck. I wish I had
Anybody
a
that
fucking
can come
connection.
through, yeah, right? Let's get those in production.
If they
We'll
can
make a
put Barbie in
mint
space, they can sure
overnight.
as shit make a Taylor Swiftie.
You know what else I was thinking? They should make some fucking Avatar cereal that turns the milk blue. That shit would sell too. Like, I would buy a box of that even, and I'd never eat it, but I'd be like, I'd try it. Just because. It's like some shit like that, man. It's just a mint. You know? But yeah, Taylor Swift Barbie for sure. Swiftie Barbie. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Damn.
You just as well sign the Constitution over to me at that point. I'll make enough money to rule the world. Not a fucking flag yet, Kev.
Not in the first quarter. This is the
first quarter.
First quarter. Not one penalty. Not one. You know why? They saving them for the end to make it interesting. To fucking watch it be a tight, and they fucking throw a flag against the team, and it ruins the game. Like the last 2 minutes is all the flags.
Yeah.
It's either the first.
They're
quarter,
saving it for something. And you notice every
it.
play that's happened, there's been like not even a possibility of
Not
pass
even a
interference.
hint.
Like,
No.
they're all really clean plays.
Wow.
This shit, it's just, I feel like I am really watching WWF wrestling now. Like, we've talked about it before, like it is, but now I'm really starting to see.
It's the headsets, man. It's communication that we don't see. The communication you don't see is like intel.
Yeah.
You got a secret, nobody else knows, and
Yeah.
you apply it and nobody else can figure it out.
Right. Right.
The refs are all part of these teams, man. These refs,
They
they travel with the teams.
teams.
They stay in the hotels with the teams. They're drinking beers afterwards.
Right.
They're talking about, hey man,
They know
hey
their
man, I'm sorry.
families and shit.
And they're like, hey man, I'm sorry I had to be so hard on you tonight. You know, the
Their kids
uppers.
are in the same
and the
school.
quarterback's like, man, I got you.
They're
like,
invested
we
in the
all
same
just here
companies.
we're all here to entertain and make everybody think.
That's right.
They don't see it's worse than a slot machine. It hypnotizes.
Dude, yeah.
It really is. Hypnotizing.
That ideology of self-preservation
It's all
is
part
like
of this.
cancer in that type of situation. Spreads like cancer.
It
They all fucking do it, man.
It's all part of.
Right. Yeah, you're not in that club unless you get like sworn into that club in a
And,
way
like,
that
your
they'll,
family is
yeah,
not your
yeah,
they'll
that they're
kill your family.
Dead.
Like
exactly.
it's worse than having the top of secret
That's
clearance
fucking
in the
right,
world.
dude. It's all
because
mob-related
this
shit,
is
yeah.
all imagine players just disappear. They're like gone because they told somebody the wrong thing, and next thing you know.
What the fuck? Mahomes probably wasn't supposed to win the goddamn Super Bowl last year. Look at his ass now. He's cloned out.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Hutchinson in pursuit. Haskell in pursuit. Mahomes to the edge. Did he get there? The spot says yes.
The spot says yes. What do the cameras say, bud?
To the line. Marking right on the 44. It's a Chiefs first down to end this opening quarter.
Not one flag.
Not one flag. Not even a hint of one.
This could go down in history as the no flag thrown
Like
in the
no,
game.
yeah. What the hell?
How
like
would that even be possible?
no offsides, no false starts, no nothing. Just all clean play.
All
Expect
100%
me to believe
scripted.
that?
100% scripted to the way it should be.
Like what? This
Do you know if they let these players just do what they wanted to do, that score would be so fucking high. Like, that score in the first quarter would have been 35-0. If they really wanted to get out, no script, just get out there and run your own plays.
Smash, right? Yeah. Look, we got a mismatch right here.
Yep.
Everybody clear out. We're going to go 1v1 over on this side. Yeah, it would end up to be more like a playground type of thing.
Almost a high school game.
Yeah. The only reason high school follows these stringent fucking NFL guidelines is because that's what they are wanting them to do. They want them to follow this illusion. So, yeah. Because when they're young, they're still like trying to fulfill this. It's almost like the feeling in a video game. Some of the games, it's like you can spend a lot of time. Like leveling up your character and getting all the gear and getting strong enough in the game to beat all the bosses in the game, for example. Well, you do all that, and then you finally get strong enough to beat everything in the game, and then you are that strong, and you're running through the game, and you're feeling like you've accomplished what you did, but then what do? It's like, well, what do I do now? Is that really even that fun? Or is the fun actually in the journey of getting better and learning? That's kind of the metaphor I wanted to draw there. I can't really remember where the fuck we were going with that, but how that was related. But yeah, that's what it made me think of. Like a video game where
It's so scripted though that these players
yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was.
When you're in high school,
and then
you beat a
to
team 100-0.
Yep. Then they get to the top, and then it's like, what is it? Is it
Like
really
they have
even
to have
fun anymore?
self-control because they can't have a team winning every year, every fucking game. College can. College go undefeated and it's normal. NFL is not.
That's
you just
kinda,
won't. And they added an extra game in the year. It's 17 games now.
I would have challenged that play.
But the structure behind the sports, man, it's all entertainment.
Yeah, and the structure of it is where that metaphor came from. The structuring of it, they make the youth chase this idea, just like the game makes you chase the idea of being powerful, which is the exact same thing that they make kids want, the idea of being an adult and powerful enough to make their own decisions about their life.
These players have no lives. You know that?
And that's the reality
They have no
of
fucking
it.
lives. They
Like,
cannot be on social media. They have no lives. But hey.
That kid chasing this money and fame thinks that I'm going to be able to wear all the cool clothes that I want to and do whatever I want to. But the reality of it is you are more of a slave. Patrick Mahomes is a cloned fucking slave. Like,
Yeah.
that's the life that you want your kid to aspire to, and that's what's happening in these schools. This is the stuff that they're being told to aspire to, a fucking illusion, a fakery.
It's a false pretense of
And
what's normal.
they waste their entire lives chasing a lie. Very interesting, everybody? But yeah, we can see all that just from watching these football games. And it's kind of hard not to see, Like the guy doesn't even look the same from last year. Like I've seen people grow my whole life. They never look like different fucking person. Like even the people I see from high school that I haven't seen in 20 years, like I don't see them now and I'm like, well, you look like you got cloned, you know? They still look like the same person. Of course they look a bit different, but
Boy, look at him.
oh wow. Mahomes got to about the 8-9 yard line there.
Do you know back in the 80s with Jerry Rice and them other guys and other teams that were bullies? I think these players kind of like, watch, hey, I don't want to hurt him. Don't want to hurt him. Got to stay away from him.
Yeah.
That's what's going on here.
Yeah.
These defensive guys are so worried about injuring the fucking poster child of the NFL. Let him go.
That's right.
Because if you hurt him, you're done.
Yeah, you're
Nobody
done.
wants to see anybody get injured, but
Yeah, because most of these
They've really
guys, like we
changed.
said, they're signed up to like blood oaths and shit. They're owned by the mob. Like they've already signed their souls over. Like their lives are forfeit type of shit.
because if they get injured, fucking A, man.
That's right. Yeah.
But that's really, the defense is really kind of backed off, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it looks like it's loose, not tight defense.
They were throwing flags every play
Like,
back in the day.
What I was
Every
mentioning.
play was unnecessary roughness.
Yeah.
Like a guy get thrown back down.
Like what I was mentioning earlier was like the linemen from the Lions were like kind of getting tossed around a little bit, but they weren't like really like they just weren't trying. Like you're just saying the
Like
intensity.
they're like holding on each other, but
The intensity is not
but they
there.
know, like, okay, I'm gonna hold. You know, but it looks real, but it's just
Like, yeah, look like
oh,
look
hey,
at the
let me-
line, the offensive line there. Like none of them were digging.
Just
Like they're all just they're almost standing straight up.
flea flicker.
Yeah, like they're not clashing at the line of scrimmage anymore. Like, dude, I even feel like it's slowed down a little bit. Like they're all. I get it's game one and shit, but you're right. Something's going on there. Like we should hear fucking crackle of the fucking pads, like the clash of pads and helmets, and the grunts and groans of men pushing and shoving, but we don't. We don't hear any of that. And when we look at it, it's just like they're just going through the fucking motions of like pawing at each other, like they're acting like they're trying to rush the passer. Man.
Damn, just like
Yeah,
that.
it's weird.
Just
All
like
right.
that. Just
Tie ball game.
no flags yet.
No fucking flag. It's impossible, dude.
Golly, what
It's
the
not even
hell?
possible.
Maybe they're only allowed to throw so many in a game, and they're told to save them for the fourth. Well, it's fucking overtime.
Dude, that shoe style, oh man. That shoe style and coloring, that white and black, that one.
Oh yeah.
That's really popular right now. They're really pushing bringing that back. I see all the damn kids wearing it.
Gotta follow the role models.
Yeah, no, God, people just think what they see on television and shit is cool, and then they want to be that. It's like clockwork, dude. It's like bait that never fails. What's an even better metaphor for how stupid and gullible these people are? They just get shown something and then they have to go buy it.
Oh man, it's our culture.
This dolphin can see in 2 directions at once, but this dolphin can see in 4.
Oh my God.
Why he gotta have 4?
He's
I
got
got 4.
4 televisions. Where'd they get that idea from, Kev?
I don't know. Fuckers.
Why 4, not 3, not 2? You know?
Gotta have 4
Why
split.
4?
4. I don't
Because
know.
because Buff Brain Sportscast is 4? Is that what's up? You guys just have to copy everything we do?
Ever since. Damn.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
Papa just used garlic
Papa John's.
Inspired by our biggest fan with that garlic flavor you all love.
Oh, some stuffed crust. Woo! That shit looks good.
No.
I didn't know Beck's loser video was filmed on a beach where he's wearing like long sleeve shirts and shit. Like, you don't look like you should be on a beach, bro. Anyway, game's back.
7-0.
Gosh, we're like even 4 minutes into almost 4 minutes into the second quarter, and no flags still.
I
Out of
don't
the
even
back of
think
the
the
end
refs
zone
have
again.
flags on them, do they? I don't see any.
Oh, that's a good question. Wouldn't that be fucking hilarious if we caught them like they didn't even have any flags until like the third quarter or something? and
Halftime,
then-
they put the flags.
Yeah, then all of a sudden. All the referees are in place, Kev. You know this play is going to be fair.
Yes.
The refs are watching, man. They
They're
can't get
looking at
away
it.
with cheating.
No. You guys.
Flag on the play. Wait a minute. Oh. Oh my God, it might be the first one.
Timeout.
Wait, timeout? How the fuck did you guys get a timeout? The play had already started.
No, they called before the play. That's why they called it off.
Okay, all right.
They usually
Fair
do
enough.
that when they kick in the field goal.
Yeah,
They
that
ice them.
was.
The
called
ref
the-
told them, hey, you guys need to
Who
Be up
called
the
the
line.
timeout? Was it
Detroit.
Detroit, dude? The
Yep.
fuck?
Or expand your business by forecasting delivery routes
Okay.
Strange, though.
with the most experience in the cloud. Imagine how AWS
Dude, that probably psyched the team out. That's like some weird shit. The
Mm-hmm.
team probably didn't even know that was coming.
No, he didn't. The coach.
Fucking coach was just like, yo,
Yeah.
boom.
Like he's like, this play ain't gonna work. Call a timeout.
Jeez.
I just feel like I could throw up for you every time the protection of this team. Now they're going to go accelerate the offense a bit.
Why are the Chiefs always patting their damn heads?
That's a good question.
I mean, they're standing there flapping their arms when like the play had started too. It's like you should be ready, not standing there flapping your arms on your head. What are you doing? Are they signaling like they can't hear? Is that what they're doing?
Really good, at least in preseason and in college, and being a part of the pressure package has been in several.
I don't know.
So I would think that we're going to see some slot blitzes here pretty soon before he's in the game.
We go three linebackers for the moment. First and 10 is Montgomery to the 9-yard line.
Just run right into a fence.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we're gonna gain 3 or 4 there.
Why make the changes that they did?
John Gray Swift had some injuries. I mean, he did, and that was all part of it. But you could tell it shook up Dan Campbell to have to get rid of Jamal Williams. I don't think he wanted to. I think they were legitimately trying to sign him, but he was also afraid Jamal Williams was going to go somewhere and he wasn't going to get Williams.
The Lemonheads, Mrs. Robinson. Whoa,
Wow, damn.
dude. These guys are like the band Hanson before the band Hanson.
Oh yeah.
Like for real.
Yep.
Like they could be singing Bop right now. That's how fucking close it is. All right.
Bop.
Do-ya-ba-do-wop. Yeah. Good old Hanson. I remember the first time some girl asked me, like, have you heard that Bop song? Who sings that? I'm like, I'd never heard it before. I was like, the song that goes, bop, 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 bop. Like that old 80s song? He was like, no, the one that goes, bop, bop, bop. I'm like, oh my God, no, what? And then I was introduced to Hanson and my life changed forever.
One hit wonder band.
Yeah, for sure. Like, they came and went.
They conquered and they left.
That's right. Hey, come in on top, go out on top. Dude, did that not look like a practice route where they just like met up and touched there for a second and then ran different ways?
Look like.
Did you see that too?
Yeah. Strange. What's going on with these? Oh. Just.
Fuck, man. We need this. We need that 5 years of footage that you just deleted.
I know.
We need to go back and watch some tape and be like, what the hell? Are these guys playing football or are they out there doing a dance rehearsal?
The Lions really are becoming like a blue, and there used to be gray.
Yeah.
Gray and white was the Lions. Maybe that's just their away uniform. I don't know. Like you said, they're changing these
Yeah.
just so little that everything's
Yep.
like stands out.
Except for Green Bay, they didn't change shit.
Green Bay they haven't
They are
changed their
just-
color.
are
Never changed the
Green Bay
stadium
green.
either.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
That'd be,
The
yeah.
public says no, and they don't. The public, they they got to get permission from the Packers fans, the shareholders. Don't
Right.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's how their
right.
mentality is.
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing, a small venue like that is a worldwide
Fumble.
known brand.
Fuck, that fumble distracted me. I was like, what happened? Oh, it hit the guy running in motion? Wow, that's a rookie-ass move. Are you guys serious right now? Dude, I've never seen that happen. I've never seen it happen where the snap goes and it hits the guy in motion.
They used to get the field goal.
What the fuck is the guy talking about? This really favors the Chiefs. This is what they do well. What, wait for the fucking other team to hit the guy in motion and lose 15 yards or what? Bro, what the hell are you talking about? We're going to go the whole first half, Kev. There's 5 minutes left. There hasn't been a single flag.
Fuck, unbelievable. I'm in shock.
This isn't really happening. That's why. It's not actually Thursday. I haven't woken up yet for the day. I'm just dreaming still.
Oh no. Oh. Oh wow. Damn.
Dude,
What
fuck?
the fuck? I don't know if that's where you want to be as the Chiefs, honestly. They're on like the Detroit 3-yard line. 7-yard line.
some of those fumbles, I don't think you can really script.
I was honestly thinking, watching for a flag there.
Yeah, me
Just
too.
to bring
yeah.
the play back because
Yeah,
it's not
like
supposed
hold
to happen.
on,
That's how you manipulate games right there.
like leading with
They
the
just
helmet.
fucking throw a flag and say holding, and it
Yeah.
doesn't look like, but it's holding.
Yeah,
That's how they get
exactly.
away with it.
Exactly.
But they use it at the right time. They can use that and wait till the fourth quarter to fuck everything up.
Yeah, it's still early enough in the game that
They don't need to. They just
don't
need
need to.
They need to keep the
Exactly.
score low
yeah.
and the Lions within 5.
And trust us, they've got fucking years and years and years worth of Madden games that have all been either played by the player or fucking simulated. So they know exactly
all the
how
playbook.
much time they need to make certain adjustments, and they have a plethora
They got
of
a
ways to
whole
get themselves there.
Bunch of time.
That's right, man. So many ways to do it. You have so many avenues. If we were, Dan, we could probably pull it off on the first game. You and I could probably, if we were given half of the tools they have to fix these games, we could probably do it ourselves.
Oh yeah. Give me a headset.
Yeah, give us a fucking headset. That's it. That's probably all we would need.
Mm-hmm. Imagine that all being on one network where all the teams are talking. They know every fucking play what's coming up.
Right.
Like, we're going left, you go right, we need a touchdown.
Like,
Done.
they line
Like,
up
you
in a
could line up
formation, and the supercomputer already knows every play that's ever been ran out of that formation. So it already knows how to move its robot players on the field that are synced up to the Starlink.
That's crazy how every play has been performed.
Uh-huh. That's very true.
That's pretty, like, they got run out of plays.
That's why, like, fumbles and shit like that, like those little points where chaos can break out, and then order has to return amongst that bit of chaos. It's like that's also where we can see a lot of how they rig things get exposed. And that's also why the chaos happens sometimes, because you can't necessarily control everything, especially something like chaos. So
They can make up for it in one way or another.
yeah, I like that Murphy's law of chaos type of thing. Like, you can't fucking stop shit from happening just because it is a possibility that it's gonna happen. So it's gonna.
Yep.
This commercial they've reused for a long time. And it's all about, like, how the office environment goes to, like, this drunk after party environment, and it's all just water.
Oh, yeah.
That's a really weird commercial down there. So third down already?
My big binoculars came out of the bag.
Dad knows. Dad was two-time All-Big Ten performer. He had 24 sacks in his Michigan career.
And mom has, like, no clue what's happening. Like, it's her first time at a football game. Did that even make sense, Kev? That mom, in the typical sense of a mom that has been around her kid up to that point, she would be, like, all in on the football thing. She would be like, honey, what happened? What the fuck?
All right, Coach Reed. Let's say these fries are your car, right?
Fucking actors, man.
This burger is your home.
It can be more affordable.
They're all part of the one.
Kind of like a condominium.
Yeah, this is fucked up.
That's another way to save with a personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm. Just advertising away, man. Stay the fuck over there.
They work continuously.
Zizo.
You don't have to. Zivo. People friendly, but deadly.
What? Oh, these commercials. These damn televisions, they're just so hypnotic. Even just like watching them, I just get stuck in like a thought. Like, I have to follow along with the commercial, and the commercial only goes so fast.
Cars and boots.
So it's like you get stuck in this state of like,
Hypnosis.
yeah, of suspense where you're just like,
It's worse than a slot machine, man.
yeah, dude.
And then you had 3 more of these fucking. Yeah.
Yeah, all playing different shit too. Fucking televisions, dude.
Just hit the weights. Get free delivery from Little Caesars for a limited time only.
We gotta try Caesars this year again. We didn't have that at
No, it's been a
maybe
while.
once last season. Maybe once. I don't know.
I think we had it once for sure.
Yeah.
I want to say it was like shortly after the time they had the Batman pizza.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think it was some, yeah.
Yeah, they
some
had
advertising.
yeah.
That's right, the Batman.
Yeah, part of it was like a what do they call those things? Calzone.
Yeah, the calzone.
Yeah.
It was like a pepperoni thing or something.
Yeah.
They keep building them, so they must be doing something right. Right?
Yeah.
Even their prices are a little steepy now. It used to be cheapest pizza in town.
Oh,
Fuck, you can get 2 larges for $6.99, $5.99.
Yep. 2 larges for $6.99
Some
a
fucking
piece.
crazy. Like you could feed a
Fuck
family
yeah.
of 4 for now it's $20.
Yeah, 2 large pizzas for $14. Fuck yeah. Now you're lucky to get a large pizza for under $25.
Yep.
You go anywhere like Boss's Pizza, those specialty. I mean, any large over there is definitely over 20, maybe
25.
even 30.
Yep. Cost of living going up.
It is Boss's, and you're not going to get that anywhere else.
That's why the supply and demand, they can.
Yeah. You've been by there since they, well, the one of them anyway has like a bunch of pinball machines.
Oh, like arcade.
Are they all arcade? Yeah,
I think they had arcade to all of them. Smart.
I think they even had a pinball tournament or something there.
Pinball's a big thing. A lot of people love that.
I hope it's coming. Oh god. I hope it's coming back.
Yeah. They're making them.
We should be able to use magnets. Bring our own magnets from home. Just make it impossible. Like a really strong magnet. Like make it impossible for the ball to go down the fucking hole. Just make it so it sits there. Oh man. That'd be great. Let's do that. Somebody do that. Just get a little magnetic like bar. A little magnet bar.
Yeah.
That'd be dope. Well, 3.5 minutes left. They better throw a flag quick. Ooh,
Damn.
that was deep. A little too deep.
Jones comes back to the Lions. There for 5 years. They went to Jacksonville. Of course, he started it all in Cincinnati.
Yeah, had a great year there in Cincinnati, his second year with 10 touchdowns.
You think a lion will beat a jaguar?
If it had to.
A tiger would beat them both. I think a tiger fucking beat everything on the planet if need to. Like that's the last standing animal's a fucking tiger. It is. Think about another fucking coyotes, but I'm talking one tiger. You don't need more than one.
Yeah, no,
But
lion or
coyotes,
tiger.
fuck, those wolves, fuck, hands down.
I think it probably just, well, not necessarily the size or the size of the lion or the tiger, but it would have to be one of those two.
Yep. Has to.
There's nothing else out there that has the offensive and defensive capabilities as a fucking large cat.
Cat can take
Besides a goddamn grizzly bear, which,
Ooh, yeah, fucking bear, man.
I mean,
Ooh,
the fight between a tiger and a bear is just gonna be a flip a coin.
yeah. Well, tigers, they kick, crocodiles too.
It probably,
Get them and drag them out of the water.
yeah, it would probably depend on, whether the cat can get the high ground.
Crawl tree.
So it would really depend on the environment.
The Lions offensively at least have been
Yeah,
able
it's-
to move up and down the field. Obviously, the fumble on the end of that one drive lost some points, cost them the lead here. But at least they're hanging in there. For the Kansas City Chiefs, I think maybe they're a little surprised at this Detroit Lions defense. If you watch them,
Told you, the only way the door got the defense. I'm not gonna fuck they're talking now.
Yeah,
Defense.
right. Straight from Kev's mouth.
Damn right. Straight into the.
Yep, straight
into
into
the
the
tube.
mic.
Straight into the tube. That's perfect. The Zags here.
Nice.
Be here like, I don't know. Here,
Good.
should be here now.
Good little spot to.
Break her up halftime. Yes. Football's back. 7-7 halftime.
Crazy. I'm thinking I might actually stop this and save it and then just have two files.
There you go. That works. It works, man.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. All right, well, until part 2.
Oh, they at the door.